Especially with it getting dark out.
Fine. Yeah. Is it recording?
Yes.
You're not gonna record immediately.
Alright, well, we can start it here. My homosexuals.
Yes.
You have to introduce them. You can't just fucking start talking to me.
Hello.
You know, act like they're not there.
I am being shined a flashlight
And you're the
in
one
my
with
face.
schizophrenia in the family. See, I have just a bunch of ADHD chaotic people, including you. But anyway, today was a lot of fun. I didn't even get to tell you about my day.
You haven't yet. I just sat in the
Dude,
car.
it was actually...
as new to this as everyone. Yeah.
No, it was really great. ChikinJake felt fucking amazing. Okay, to be fair, she told me about 1,000 fucking times, you should put aloe vera on your burns.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I tried to put it on you.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the redness.
You remember when we went to the store?
Ow.
And he said, I'm not putting aloe on. You said, if you buy it, sure.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to put aloe on you.
But so as you would imagine...
It's in the fridge, by the way. It's going to be cold.
Thanks, man. Oh, that's crazy. I'm pampered. But as you would imagine, ChikinJaking with very bad sunburn doesn't feel great.
Exactly what I'm saying.
But physically, I felt absolutely fantastic. So that's what
good.
matters.
That's good.
It's
That's
just
good.
more tension in my muscles to be like...
You're just like, oh, God.
It's like pre-blue ball. But yeah, no, it felt really, really good. I was doing some pauses at the knee again, and it was just like, it was clinging real well. Front squats felt great. My knee's giving me zero kickback.
That's good.
Which is what I'm the most happy about, because squats are scary right now. But I've been going pretty heavy, and they feel easy and confident. I went pretty fucking heavy on my clean pull today. I was doing the fucking
Yeah, the little.
I can't help it, dude. The soul just comes out sometimes. But yeah.
You were getting into something that bothered you, though.
Well, I can't move on unless I give the rating.
Okay. We can take a step back.
You did this yesterday. I can't fucking forget. How are you feeling?
I forget a lot.
What about you?
Oh God.
Because, okay, I'll start.
Yeah, you start.
Physically, dude, I'll give it a 9.6. Felt phenomenal. Like, everything was just confident. I had no worries in the dome. I did touch on bench a little bit at the end and then record it because I just didn't feel like it, but I'm slowly getting the muscle memory back, which is great. Mentally, I'm feeling, it probably would have been higher. I had a little run in. We're gonna get into it, but I'll still put it at a solid 9.4. Like, it 4.5. Let's give it that little 0.5. Fucking matters. That's that little bit of extra passion I get to sprinkle in.
I'm a number person.
I'm a number. But no, I felt great. It was just a lot of homies. Everybody was just being positive and being cool. And I was just feeling on top of the world. How are you feeling?
Physical.
Yeah, how are you physically feeling?
6 out of 10.
Because you didn't do shit.
Teeth.
Oh no. Yeah.
I'm getting surgery.
Because you gotta get your wisdom teeth out.
Yes.
I wonder if working out would make that worse.
Well, it's funny because all day long I've realized when I smile really hard, because I do that a lot, I'm a very smiley person, is it flares my teeth up more because I'm like tensing my jaw.
That's so
and so I have to like try to be like completely stone cold.
I'm gonna try to make you laugh every fucking day now.
You already do that. I laugh with you.
Well, how you doing?
But mentally, I'm gonna say 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Ever since I just looked up and it was dark. I've literally been on the phone with Nicole, like my best friend, and then Kinsey, who's now a best friend.
Oh.
Me and Kinsey.
Aww.
Me and Kinsey.
Oh, shucks.
Yes.
Dude, she
She
stole you from me, and then you stole her back from me again.
To be fair, we moved in together again, and Kinsey was like, "You should live with me," and I was like, "Bye, Jake."
Bye.
I moved to another state, and I was like, "Hi, Kinsey." And Kinsey's like, "I stole your girlfriend."
Yeah. No, I mean, it's fine.
But I kind of like, I was on the phone with Nicole, who I haven't talked to in a while. My best friend of 10 years, right? I haven't talked to her in like a month because it's gotten to that point of like where we just kind of hands off. because we're adults now.
But the relationship's always
It's been like
there.
10 years, so we kind of like
The
talk,
best
we're like,
relationships,
how's it been?
dude. The best relationships are the ones where you can just like kind of dip out for 6 months and then
It's
come
kinda
back and it's
crazy.
just as homie when
Yeah.
you left it. You
It's
know?
bizarre. But no, and then like Kinsey comes in and we start having a hardcore conversation to the point where Nicole texts me and she's like, I'm gonna go, y'all are talking too long.
Yeah.
And then
You do that.
And then me and Kinsey talked so much that we went to Chick-fil-A, continued ranting, and then got home, and then you know us ADHD, we started zoning out and started playing video games.
Yeah. I'm glad you had a great day. That's
it's
really
been fun,
good.
though.
I love that.
We had a little hangout by accident. It wasn't even intentional.
Dude, I love it when you just have like an unspoken bond for a while and you're just going off and not realizing
It
that
just
you're
works
homie bonding.
well. It surprises me, you know?
Yeah. Y'all are some crazy people, but I love you for it. You know, it's that good kind of crazy.
I mean, our conversation was about how stuff we've been through.
Oof.
Yeah. It's a lot of...
Well, anyway, I can tell you what pissed me off today.
Yes.
Which,
I want to hear.
You
I
know,
haven't heard
to be
yet.
fair, people are gonna be people. You know, if you want to think a different way, have your own principles, mentalities, whatever. You know, do what you got to do. God, do I absolutely fucking hate it when people automatically assume the way a situation is supposed to be, or how you feel about it, or what you're. I hate it when people assume my
Assumptions.
situation. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. You don't know what we've
And that's
been
anyone.
through.
That's anyone.
I
That's why.
hate it.
This is why I'm neutral with everyone.
That's what I'm. Well, because it should just worry about yourself, and everybody else can do what the fuck they want to. You know.
That doesn't matter.
But anyway, it wasn't even that big a thing. It's just like I hate when people put social cues on me, like societal norm type shit. Cause like, who gives a shit?
When they like compare to stuff.
And so like, you know, these two girls walk up. I'm shooting the shit with my homies, and my homosexuals and I, we're almost kissing. We're having a great time. I'm about to make out with these men. And these two girls come up and they just start shooting the shit. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, we're having some more homie time. The more the merrier, typically, if you bring positivity to the table. But now,
Nah.
just wanted to start bitching.
It's homies only.
Came up to me, said my fit looked atrocious. That's an over-exaggeration. They just looked at me and they're just like, you look weird. I'm like...
Which is worse.
Fuck me, I guess. My bad. Let me just take my chicken socks off. I'm ChikinJake, man. Who hates Crocs? My Crocs say thick fillet.
You saying that with me?
Okay, I know
but
you don't like
used
Crocs,
to hate
but
Crocs.
they've grown on you because
They have.
At least my Crocs.
I bought you those.
I know.
They've grown on me.
And this says thick fillet on it. I got a
That
peach
is-
on my Crocs.
It is really funny.
I love them.
It says thick fillet in Chick-fil-A, like the Chick-fil-A,
Yeah,
like,
and
like font.
Yeah, dude. And like they looked at my ripped shorts and they're like, that's kind of ugly. And I'm like, I worked hard to rip these pants. I worked out so goddamn hard that I busted out of my shorts.
You know how hard it is? I have a coworker who's literally ripped his pants 3 times at work because he's been doing not weightlifting. He's been working out and like
It's so thick.
he got so thick that he
Yeah,
busted
bro.
out of
Yeah,
3
bro.
pairs of suit pants.
I love it, dude.
It was so funny.
That's how you know you've made progress. That's where the
It's
fucking
really funny.
that's the discipline, the consistency, the discipline, and the passion all brewed
It's
up in my
impressive.
ripped ass
If you
shorts.
see that and you're not impressed,
I have to wear black underwear with these shorts because my dick hole is literally ripped open.
yeah. I won't let you wear that out because a lot of times
Yeah,
you'll try
no.
to with like colorful underwear. And I'm like, you can't.
I
do
forget
that,
about it sometimes.
man.
I love these gym shorts because I put so much work into
I
them.
look and I'm like,
We're rambling. God damn it. You gotta stop.
I'm worse.
I gotta stop too.
I'm worse.
I kind of get like you when we do these though. The ADHD just kind of comes out when I feel like everybody has their own little bit of ADHD that comes out when you're just having fun, fucking around, feeling passionate. But yeah, the one thing that kind of threw me off was somebody was talking about how they were like they proposed to their fiance, they got engaged. And I'm like, that's fucking sick. And then I looked at my homosexual and was like, I'm waiting for you to propose to me. And while that should be funny in a homie moment, the fucking girl
she
looked
think it was
over at
weird?
me and was like, wow. And I was like, all right, man.
Did she not see
whatever.
the ring?
And so, well, they pointed it out and she thought
You're
that,
just like-
so she assumed that I said that it was okay for my girlfriend to propose to me. Because I guess she just couldn't imagine me joking with a male homosexual. And so she thought that she thought she heard me say that you should propose to me, which who cares in the first place? Do whatever the fuck you want to. I doubt that's gonna happen, but who gives a shit in the first place, you know? And she looks at me and says, "Be a man." Well, 10-2. I'm like, oh. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody's-
I know you hate
somebody's
that
just got
shit.
way too much time on their hands.
Like when you have the audacity to come up to me and say, "Be a man," it's like I don't give a shit about gender shit or whatever. Who cares?
We're like the last people to
But it's like, why are you gonna impose that on me? I literally looked at her and I was like, "You're gonna do that?" And she was just like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Fuck," you know?
I think a lot of times they just like impose because they're not even, it's not even necessarily always jealousy, because it doesn't, like, it's not always that. It's not that they,
some people just have their own bullshit going on and gotta put that on other people. It's projection.
they're just very in their head, and it comes out a little too hard.
Projection to the finest. Because I guarantee you, she probably thinks that we're in a dumbass relationship. She doesn't even know that we've been dating for 5 years now. And I'm like, you have no idea what I've been through. She looked at my ring. She was like, "Oh, you're married?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "You're engaged?" I'm like, "No."
No.
She's like, "Why do you have a ring?" And I'm like, "I just feel
Yeah,
like
for
wearing
5
it.
years.
I just feel like wearing it.
Yeah.
I love it."
It's fun.
I mean, sure, it's a sign of our commitment, but it doesn't mean we gotta be fucking married.
You don't really have to think that hard
You
about
know?
it. I mean, it's still like,
I mean, regardless if we get married or not, I love the fuck out of you.
I like you.
Yeah, I mean, because, like, the way I see it is, like, I don't want marriage to just be something where it's like, oh, we've been dating long enough, so let's just do it. Like,
Well, it's also like, I still think of it as like, to a certain point, it is a financial decision, but it's also like, it doesn't really change that much. It's like,
well, because, like, what I explain to people is, like, we're so committed to each other. I want to die with you, you want to die with me, you know?
Yeah.
So we're committed lifetime. So why does getting married make it any different? Getting married is just going to put a status on it that also, we're still going to love each other the same way.
It's cool.
You know,
like, it's still fun. It's like,
so
it's a cool experience.
why not have that be like a next step in our life? You know what I mean? Like, I think like the next time we move, or like
you don't have to do it like immediately. It's
it can
like
just be a fun. Like, why wouldn't you not want it to be a fun
like
thing?
It's a next, it's the same thing with any other thing, like any other step in a relationship. It's when it feels like it fits. You know?
I mean, why go to any pace?
Because like it's when you rush stuff is when you start like tripping.
Well, I say that I love that we brought this up and brought it around in the positive way. This is why I say, oh. The fuck! Oh, my phone's overheated. No, the flashlight turned off. Well,
is it still recording?
Yeah.
Really?
All right. Well, you're getting these now. Get fucked.
Wait.
Your lighting is now. No, don't put another one on. It's fine.
Oh, I got you. Wait.
I don't want it to unfocus though.
Wait.
What are you doing? Okay.
Anyway.
But anyway, this is what I mean. Who cares about all the other bullshit? Because at least we got each other. You know, we're having fun doing our own thing. Do you actually want to make sure that's recording? Just like look behind it real quick. You're gonna use your phone's camera to look at our camera. I'm pretty sure it's recording.
Yes.
Are we in? We're in. We're locked in. It's gonna look real fucking scuffed, but it's fine. But
well,
no,
we're still transitioning into me talking with you.
Yeah, but I love that we can turn this into a positive thing, because we've gone through so many good experiences and we have good positive perspective on our past. We just hope the best for our future. That it's like, when it comes to how we want to live life, everybody's got to be selfish to an extent, you know? Like, I like to tell people that it's kind of like being selfishly selfless if you want to be a good person, you know what I mean? And so it's like, if you want to just do life at your own pace, do it at your own pace. Why do it when everybody else tells you to? Like,
well, because like what everyone else says is not even necessarily the right way to do things.
Oh, of course. It's just what they've been told or what they've seen, and then you can't ever know if a situation's going to go right until you get there. So why worry about it?
Well, there's no such thing as a right way.
You're so fucking right. You're so right.
My guy.
There is no right or wrong way. That is the best way to fucking sum that shit up.
I think, especially because all the experiences I've been through, it's like things do not go the way you expect them to. We like more than you think. Like even growing up as a kid, like things do not go the way you expect.
I say it all the time, dude. We work with life. Life does not work with us. Life grabs us by... And
also, no matter how many times you think about it, it's never going to be what you think it's going to be.
Oh, yeah, no. I tell people all the time, like, people are like, oh, you're going to go to job therapy? Like, you got all this job set up? Like, you must be so stable. And I'm like, I got no fucking clue what I'm doing. I just take every day one step at a time. That's literally it. But the thing is life gets a lot easier when you start taking those steps with a fucking positive attitude. Because why not? It does make
a big difference.
Why
it's
not?
like, it's not the easiest to do either.
Yeah, no, of course. You gotta go through your own experiences to get to that point. We're very lucky to have gotten to that point ourselves.
And like, positive does not mean like just smiling at everything.
No, yeah, you gotta actually believe in yourself.
Well, like, it's not even necessarily that. It doesn't have to be so happy-go-lucky. It's just like being able to think less on the negatives. Because I know I've definitely been in that point in my life.
Yeah. Thinking more on the positive, but also knowing that no matter what, it's gonna be okay. you know, and we're just living our best life.
You've helped a lot with that.
Yeah. I mean, the whole goal is to be able to live life without regret, even if you originally had regrets.
Well, on that note, it's like if you take every action, no matter how big or how little, and you do the action that you want without any regret, you will never regret it.
Yeah.
Because you made every action that you wanted to do.
And also the things that you may regret.
Whether it's hard.
Yeah, and the things you may regret now that you think you'll never be able to get over, the moment you start living with your own personal set of positive principles that allow you to live life to the fullest in the present moment, those regrets will start to fade away. You know, because then like we've gone through our own shit, and I look back, like back when we were doing that, like I've told you, like I think I hurt my mom a lot, like the first year that her and my dad split up, and I used to regret that so bad. But now I look at that and I'm like, that needed to happen for us to be where we are now. Yeah. And I love that we have gotten to the point we are now, and it could have been so much worse or completely different if it had gone another way. So I'm glad that we got here the way we did.
And that's some of the fun part with running into people like you did at the gym, is because they're still going through that process, and sometimes being aware of that is like, you know, you might get caught off guard and be like, whoa, that's crazy, but also it's like they may not have gone through the experiences that they need to be able to realize the complexity of that.
That's something that's so important. If you look back on like when people piss you off, like today for example, if you can manage to hotwire your brain to remember that everyone has a past and everybody has a current background, you know, like I think specifically, like if we look back on people's perspectives with compassion, you know, like compassion will make a lot of things better, because it's like, I have no idea what she's been through just as much as she doesn't know what I've been through. So
me and Kinsey got on to a conversation about intentions with how you talk about things. People have different interpretations of words. I've had this conversation with you. Is people have different interpretations of the same words, and for her, you have no idea what her perspective is. Maybe that's her way of trying to push you to do something that she thinks you might need. You know, and it's like it's completely different once it's in their perspective, but it can still make you upset, and that's okay. You know? No,
of course. I mean, I've told you this before. It's like a lot of times, especially in relationships, with like couples or like any relationship, honestly, people will try to hold themselves back so that they don't push their negative attributes or emotions onto their partner.
They don't cause problems.
What people don't realize, dude, is when you're committed to someone, everybody shares every emotion. No matter how good a relationship we're gonna have, you're gonna piss me off one day. You're gonna be stubborn to me one day.
I'm gonna do it on purpose.
You're gonna be a raging bitch ass whore one day. But that's fine.
Maybe more than one day. But
it's just the fact that we're committed to each other and we love each other in that way. That's why.
But I'm gonna do it with love.
That's what I'm saying. It's just the same thing with the positive lifestyle mentality. We take every step, no matter how shitty, knowing that we will want to be together at the end of it and want to have the best lives with each other. You know, no matter what. And it'll be okay no matter what.
It's like, I might be annoying sometimes. I might annoy you on purpose. But
you do.
I'm still going to rub out on you when
An
you get
hour
sunburned.
in Publix is crazy. Insane.
It was more than an hour.
She wrote a grocery list, left it at home, and then said, oh, I can't remember anything I wrote down because I don't have it physically on me to look at.
I missed 2 things on the list.
You went out of your way to write things for like, I guarantee you thought for half an hour on what to get.
No, I literally looked around the kitchen and was like, ADHD is a funny thing. Like that.
Spitting on you.
But no, my point is no matter, you know, how complicated relationships get, and even if you don't understand the perspective at all points, you know, it's like, it's a point of like having trusted people that they care. You know, and if they don't, then you move on. You know. It's clear if you know.
Yeah, look, life is gonna grab you by the dick shaft and balls every fucking time. But the only thing that you can do to counteract that is grab your own present day by the dick shaft and balls with the most positive mindset that you can throw at it. You know, the only thing that we can control is how we present ourselves and how we choose to take action. Can't control anyone else. Can't control what life's gonna throw at you. Can't control how you're gonna go through it until you get there. So just chill out and vibe.
Well, there's a lot that you can't control, and some, like, especially in situations like I was in the past where I was very depressed at some point. It's like when you can control at least like the way you think. I know it's very hard to wrap your head around or get used to doing, but it ends up being something really nice.
Yeah, No, of course. I mean, and again, it's what's so sad about it is like I wish I could just like tell people this stuff and just be like, "You're cured. You're happy now." It's like, no, you gotta take the steps.
Yeah.
It's all right. Last second little thing. I know it cut off at the end there. My phone ran out of storage at the last minute that we were talking. You didn't really miss much. We're just talking about. I wish we could have people just be happy by telling them to be happy and do what we do, but you can't. You got to go through your own shit. Rock bottoms are going to be it's the best motivation to get you back up because you're only on the way up at that point. It's what lets you look at it with a good, positive perspective on your past to have a better hope for the future. That kind of thing. I hate that fucking happened because now I feel awkward saying it again because it cut out the last like 30 seconds, but
It's
whatever.
okay.
I love doing this with you. It's
I
great.
think the only part they missed
It was literally just me being like, I'll be back tomorrow.
and then
So-
me saying, post more pictures of the oil up.
Oh, don't tell them to oil up. Oh no.
Yes.
Either way, I'll be back tomorrow. Snatch, back squat. Gonna be snatching the waist, throwing my back out. There you go. That's what I forgot. That's what we're talking about. Let me know how the lives and lifts have been going. Love hearing about it. She does too. We love the feedback. It's awesome. And we love you. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.